Your opponent is not going to know what the hell's going on when he sees this wide receiver getting between these tight ends down to the line. This is a great little scheme that you can use to attack your opponent up top, and if he gets lazy over the top, you can get yourself a one-play touchdown. So guys, I want to talk about a formation that I had a request from one of my subscribers. Not this particular formation, but he says, hey man, build me some, I want to see some non-menace stuff out of the Cowboys playbook. And we're going to look at the single back wing flex. This is basically a formation that I broke down for my patrons. Recently posted slot fade shot, which is a great play to have against cover two coverages. So you want to go and take a look at that. But also want to show you this particular formation is very glitchy, and I'm going to show you how this works and how you can build the entire scheme against with this to really just annoy your opponent and catch him off guard and show him something he hasn't seen before. Now, typically your opponent is going to use, against a two tight end set, they're going to use more of a base formation on defense. But I want to show you something. This formation, if you take this wide receiver and you actually motion him the opposite side, towards the sideline to out, what he'll do is he'll motion back inside, but he will stick right here in between the two tight ends. So this is a glitch type situation where you're going to be able to get your guys in a weird situation with it, and you can actually call your play opportunities from there. So I want to show you basically how you can build an offensive scheme off this. So one of my base plays I'm going to use is going to be a halfback stretch. And what I can do is I can motion this guy over to give myself a really heavy front off to the right. And all I have to do is just try to go ahead and kick it out to the outside. So not the best run that you can show, but this will force your opponent to go ahead and take consideration of the run. Now what's cool about it is that you can obviously flip the run off the opposite side. He's probably going to motion his guys over, try to go ahead and set some gaps up, but now you've got basically a run going to the opposite side, and this is going to give you an opportunity to pick up some pretty good yards. So what's cool about this formation is that you can do this with all your pass plays, and we're going to highlight this particular play, which is going to be the verticals X cross. And what I like about it is that you got basically kind of you've got a clear out with two vertical routes, you've got a drag underneath it, and then you've got this corner route, which actually turns into a deep post if you motion him over. So if I get the one-on-one, a lot of times what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and try to hit basically this deep crossing route over the middle with this particular play. So I'm looking to this route right here, and a lot of times I can get that for a big completion, but I chose not to hit that play because this defensive back is actually playing this route. He's going to be right into my passing lane. So I could have thrown it early, but usually most users are going to be over in this bunch area with these three wide receivers, and the crossing route will get separation, but that's just not a risky play. But look at all these defenders floating up. So I've got a clear out. I'm just going to go and hit this little dragging route, a high percentage pass, and get an easy completion. This is most likely a man blitz, so I'm going to block myself one guy, motion my guy over, and watch what happens against man blitzes. This wide receiver generally will be wide open. So if you got like someone that's 93, 94 speed, a Tariq Hill, a Ruggs, a Brown, those guys are going to basically get you a one-play touchdown. Now what's cool about it too is that you can run this play stock. So if you wanted to, and you could just quick snap it real quick against your opponent. And if you get one-on-one coverage, you can go ahead and quick snap it and get a corner out there too. So this is what's cool about this particular play. I usually don't look to the tight ends in this particular play, but you can find a passing lane depending on the type of coverage that you're running against. But you can see right here, you're going to get a huge play opportunity if he runs man coverage. So if you got an opponent that runs a lot of cover 4, once again, still pretty much the same thing as far as your reads. If you got the matching principles, you'll be able to go ahead and attack your opponent over the top for cover 4, and you just look for the zones too. Now with cover 3, you want to try to look to the seams and see if you actually can go ahead and get a completion into the seams. And one of those guys actually you can get an easy completion with it. So if he's playing flats to the outside, you can actually pop that as a very fast read. But I'm really looking more than anything else. I'm looking to high-low. I'm looking to Gallup and Cooper. Sometimes you can hit Elliott in the flat if you leave it stock, but I want to go with the high percentage passes because Gallup is going to clear everything out, and if he doesn't play over the top with a deep crossing route with Cooper, that can be a huge play for you. So this is a good play to go and throw into your scheme. It's going to show you something, show your opponent something they're not used to seeing. So that's what I love about it, is that it's just something new and a little bit different. So once again, guys, thank you for support. If you do like these tips, you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe button, also the notification icon, because I try to post at least 3 to 4 tips a week, offensive tips, occasional defensive tips, and then I show you gameplay of me actually playing with the tips that I post on my channel. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. Until next time.